Hello, rock and roll all. I hope this finds everyone feeling good, having a fine day. Um, I am just hanging out, thinking about getting things together for the ride. The trip coming up, I'm gonna go see Marshall. The trip coming up, I'm gonna go see Marshall. The trip coming up, I'm gonna go see Marshall. There we go. All right. Got this cord. Discord and me are not getting along today. I don't know why, but we're not getting along. Anyway, it's a lot of stuff to get ready. I am going to take Ruby with me, so I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to put Ruby on to the bike. How she's going to ride. You know, she's got to be safe. She's got to feel secure. I don't want her getting nervous. You know, it'd be bad. If Ruby got nervous and started wiggling around or something, it might cause a crash. And we just can't have a crash. Because, you know, Ruby needs to see Marshall. Marshall needs to see Ruby. You know. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I've been doing, but a friend of mine and I were talking. She is originally from the east side. DJ, welcome. Yes, I should be in bed. That is 100% true. However, I am a 5-year-old that has permission to tell myself to do what I want to do. GB, well, you're up late, neighbor. My goodness. Yeah, you should be in bed too. It's what, 3:30 a.m. there? Something like that? Yeah. Preston, you should stop drinking coffee now so that you can rest and at least get an hour of sleep before you get up and start it over again. Hey, Cherokee Mammy, welcome. Good morning. Oh, I'm really excited about this ride. But I'm riding into fire territory, into fire zones. There's some danger, so to speak. Let me shoot this over here and I will show you. We're going to transition this over here. There's a few of you out there. Herbal tea is boring unless you're drinking it for flavor only. Anyway, let's transition over here. So this is here am I in this area up over here where you see my mouse wiggling around. It's McMinnville down here, Tillamook over here. I am somewhere middle-ish of this area, about where the hand is wiggling now. That's Forest Grove. And my proposed ride is this right here, out I-84 to LeGrand, hang out with Marshall right here, and then if they haven't closed roads, then I will ride from LeGrand down to Baker City, possibly meeting with Jam Pro Sound. I don't know how that's all going to work out. I got to shoot him a message probably tomorrow morning, or this morning now. Actually, we're past midnight here. Anyway, if these roads remain open, just south of Baker City, Oregon, is this Highway 245 right here. The fires are literally right here around Newbridge, Robinette. That's about the edge of the fires. Pine, Sunset, Brownie. If you look here on the wildfire maps, here's LeGrand. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. This map doesn't zoom quite as well as the Google one does, but we'll get close enough we can see what we're talking about. I go here. There, you can just see 245 coming into view here. This is what's known as the Little Dragon. From just south of Baker City is the junction, and then it goes down here, and this is all fire. It's pretty smoky. I've been watching the road cams to see what the road cams say. Road closures currently. I'm doing a lot of research on this because I'm riding into a potentially hazardous area and I need to be as informed as I can be. This is a road closure map right here. Also zoomed to the same area. Currently, I-84 has been reopened at night. Previous to this, you see these checkered lines here? These are roads that are closed completely and you're forced to detour around, or they're partially closed. Like I-84 was closed at nighttime. Now it's not. It's open again. Here's LeGrand, here's Baker City, between here and here, and then this right here is the loop I'm talking about. The scale's a little bit bigger here, but this elbow is 245, and this is 188 turns in 14 miles from this junction to 245 and 410 excuse me, around to the junction with 26. And then the Sumter loop goes up to Austin Junction, back around up here to Sumter, and then to Baker City, and of course back to LeGrand. So things are improving, at least roads wise. I'm also tracking the 10-day weather forecast in both areas. See, this is what it's like to be OCD. Just in case you wondered, that's what's happening up here. Yep. Yeah, I'll get some cameras up here in a minute. I don't know if I'll be able to see too much because they're nighttime. Yeah, you can see the lights on the road, but you can't see the road right now. When I go live Wednesday, it'll be early enough that I can show the cameras. Here's one that's pretty well lit. Let me bring this one back over. Unfortunately, these road cams won't get very big, but you can see this is probably a view of about a mile and a half, 2 miles to these headlights oncoming here. This is at the Alder Creek Junction on I-84, which is just below Baker City, close to the fire area, excuse me. And as you can see on both of these cameras, clearly there's traffic in the area. Previously, these roads were closed at night because of fire danger. So things are improving. That's always good news. I doubt, let's see, might be able to see, where is Powder? No, you really can't see it, the Powder interchange. I mean, you can see the car's headlights. There's about a 5-minute delay from the picture to the, here's a pretty good one. This is at Ladd Creek going up the hill, or down the hill as the case may be. This way is downhill, this way is uphill. And this is the area, not necessarily right here, but this is the area I was in when the Buick went out on me. I was pulled off to the side of the road here somewhere. In the summertime, there's barrels here, big barrels of non-potable water, and you can fill up your car's radiator or whatever you need to get some goo off your headlights or windshield. Yeah, the smoke is, there's been, thankfully, a lot of wind. Now, there are people further east that in Idaho, excuse me, in Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, they're getting a lot of our smoke. But if you saw the daytime pictures of this area here, it's pretty hazy. It's probably a visibility of somewhere around 10 miles daytime wise. You wouldn't really be able to see mountains in the distance if you were in what's called the Blues area, where the Blue Mountains are, as you're headed towards Idaho. You can see the Blue Mountains, but right now you can't. It's too smoky for that. So it's almost like a weak fog, and it just persists. When we had the fires on the west side, now these fires are normal over here on the east side of the state. Now over here on the west side, in the valley where I live here, let me switch back over. Here we are in the I-5 corridor. We live here. There's cameras everywhere here, and of course they're all well lit. Streets in the big city of Portlandia. I just randomly clicked on one. Fires are rare over here. Big fires like these, wildfires that you're hearing about. But 4 years ago, 4 years ago, 2020, the fires came over, and it was so dry that down around Salem, it was nighttime in the middle of the day. I drove down there just for the experience. Hey Mark, welcome. Yeah, it can get pretty thick in there. Very hazy. Like I said, when I go live on Wednesday for the Lame Live, I'll show these again, because I'll still have all this up. These things have been up for days. I've been checking road conditions and making sure that I'm not, putting myself in any major danger. I smoked for 45 years. I don't really care about riding in the smoke. I haven't hurt myself. Mark Tanner's had a couple of releases. You may hear one on Wednesday. Fairly recent release. If you don't want to wait until Wednesday, go to Mr. Tanner's channel and you can check it out right there. Yeah, back down there it was terrible. I drove, for the experience alone, I drove from Tigard, South Portland area, Tigard to Salem down I-5, and it was surreal, because looking ahead southbound on I-5, you could see the smoke and how thick it was, but not a sense of how dark it was once you got to the smoke. This is pretty early on in the fires, and I have video. It's on my channel somewhere. If you want to see the drive, I did some live dash cam video. I love doing that. It makes me feel like an influencer, Woo-hoo. Anyway, I'm just being stupid. Yeah, I'm lucky enough I got a little bit more of that, but my heart is significantly less than my lungs. Now, my heart is probably somewhere around 50%. Yeah, it's no fun, the cardiovasculars, but I'm not gonna miss experiencing my life for fear of dying. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to be too asshole-ish about it, but I kind of have experienced some things that make me have a different perspective, I guess, since I'm gonna go do it. So my heart is relatively stable since I take my meds. There's no guarantees with me. I don't have no worries. I don't have making sure that I had emptied my Santa cup. Cheers, everybody. There's nothing in this cup. Hydrate, folks. It's important. I am debating whether or not I'm going to take my Camelback with me. I have a Camelback bag. It needs to be washed out. It's been in storage for a couple of years since it was washed. So, I mean, it's nothing gross. I let it completely dry before I close it up so there's no molds or mildews. Yep, that's pretty much the way it was. Yeah, it was super fast. But yeah, I got down underneath the smoke and I could look behind me and you could see this. It was like you were in a tunnel almost. Just looking back, like you were coming to the end of a tunnel. It was weird. But I went down there simply for the experience. Now on this trip, I'm going to see a friend or two, maybe. If I'm lucky, I get to see two. So that's the main goal for this trip, is just to go see my friend. I'm going to watch Marshall on Saturday at the gig. If I have to cut my ride shorter to make that gig, I will. Simply because the ride will always be there, the gig won't. So this is my opportunity to see some people. I'm a fan, not gonna lie. There's news from some people. Stay tuned for that. I can't reveal. No, that's a lie. I can reveal, but I refuse to reveal what I know. That I can't. No, that's still a lie. I won't share with you because I'm selfish, and eventually I'll share it with you, but not today. Yeah. That's always good news. I have 8 stents. Some are, well, as of 2017, some of the stents I have are some of the smallest stents medically available at the time. So, fun stuff. Right? And there's more areas here in the valley where we have to be more aware of flooding potential. But that's usually in the late winter or spring, early spring, when the melt is the strongest off the mountains. We don't usually get, I need to say this right, it is, even as much as it rains here, it does not rain enough that we get flooding simply from rain. We do get mudslides. They call them something else. It's a... why am I gapping? Probably because I'm stoned. Yep, totally gapping on that word for the mudslide. That's not the right word, but anyway. Yeah, and I'm gonna ride into the fires, but I see fires differently now. My perspective on fires is really, really weird. As a youngster, I was interested in horticulture, and as an old man now, I'm interested in horticulture again. And some of the pine cones that fall, most especially in eastern Oregon on the other side of the hill, will break apart into their individual seed pods and lay dormant for we don't know how long, until there's a fire. After the fire comes through, burns all this underbrush and the trees down. I'm not talking about man-made fires, I'm talking about natural stuff, and fires are always devastating no matter where they are. But we choose where we live, so it is what it is. I see rebirth from fire, because those trees would never have an opportunity. The plants and the Tim Thomas, hello, welcome, welcome. The Deal for Real is here. Check that out. But anyway, I see rebirth. I see what grows from the fire. Yep. I've seen that happen, and it's terrifying. Yep. Cheers. I've seen it happen myself, and it's terrifying. The town of Detroit Lake, here in Oregon, those fires that I was talking about decimated that town. It's a relatively small town. Detroit Lake is a reservoir, but it's a very popular spot for camping and for people to have there. Oh. Yep. Hey, Allie Patches, welcome. You know, I'm out of dabs, so I'm not lollydabbing through the day, but I am smoking. Oh, that's exciting. That is exciting. Very cool. And how old are they? I was 26 when I got married, and I was 28 when my first child was born. Oh yeah. And it's exciting to see, to finish what I was saying, it's exciting to see now what Detroit has done. That town has rebuilt itself. And there's Dawn. She was the catalyst for this random live. She was the catalyst. We were having a fight on I hate those anxiety nights. They're no fun at all. Yeah, the anxiety nights are no fun. So, and welcome, Dawn. It's my show. I could do what I want. If you want to make up stuff, you can. I mean, if you want to say what you want to say, you could have a show too. You know, just go on with your phone and go live right from your phone. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Allie. Anxiety is bad juju. Well, that was disappointing. That is going to require a reload. 22. Man. Whew. You know what? When I was 22, I was immortal. I was immortal, invincible, and nothing could touch me. I'd like to meet that guy again. Of course, I have old age and treachery now. Because you know what they say, old age and treachery will overcome youth and skill. You know I like to fight. You want to fit this too. I like the first one better. It was funnier. Well, I don't know why I'm alive. I question that on a regular basis, but here I am. My fingers don't work right either, but I still keep pushing them out there. Yep. Yeah, but Dawn and I don't fight. Our fights are not fights. Yeah. Yeah, I told her I'm still an asshole. She's allowed to have her opinion. I'm an asshole. Like, I can't help it. Oh, cheers, everybody. So right now, as of today's research, just calling it today's research because it's a daily research, the entire ride is on, and I'll be doing the Sumter loop. Now, I want to show you guys a couple of things. I've been playing around, and I did a couple of things. This is our live testing platform that I was using the other day, my 7th gen iPod Touch. This is Wi-Fi only, can never have its own service, and we're getting close. I found an old microphone that was Velcro helmet type to fit just like my headset microphone does. It is installed in my helmet already with the it's a hardwired mic. I have to get an adapter because it's a 2.5 millimeter and I need a 3.5 millimeter. So I'm getting an adapter, a TRS adapter for that, does auxiliary mic. And Allie, I hope your night gets better and I hope you get to sleep soon. Thanks for stopping in. Absolutely appreciate it. There you go. There you go. It's good when your future mother-in-law will smack you in the head if you don't ask the daughter to marry you. That means you're doing it right. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, my goodness. So my plan is to use that coupled with the microphone in the helmet. Now we already know that this works. Wherever I put it, I have, oh, here it is. We already know that this works. Okay. It's problematic because I have no way to place the actual microphone in the helmet. So that's why we're trying this other experiment. Because this has a physical microphone connection. This I will be able to have on this selfie stick, which I'm going to take along. We'll do some random stuff. Of course, I will have to have cell service. So if I'm remote, it'll have to be me sharing video. So I have another alternative that I'm going to share with you guys. So we have this set up on the selfie stick right now. But this will come off of the selfie stick. Oh, there it is. Now we have just a threaded platform that the camera's on. So we'll put the selfie stick aside for a moment. And then I'm going to show you this bad boy. Right now, I dug out the old action camera and I found this. If you imagine me having that helmet on, you've all seen me in that other one there. This clips to the jaw piece of my helmet. So as I'm riding, I'll be able to record. I do not expect audio to come out of this. There is a microphone inside this, but it's in a waterproof case on purpose because I want to silence the microphone from the wind as much as possible, because there will be wind noise. I'm sure there'll be wind noise even with this sealed unit here. This is only waterproof to like 2 or 3 meters, not very far. Anyway, this will be my first attempt at moto vlogging in the areas where I can't go live and show you guys a little bit of the ride. I plan to use this. I have umpteen batteries, I think 8. I charged them all. Not that I'm going to use them. I'm only going to take a couple with me. These batteries will last about 30 minutes or so. These were never meant for long-term use. So I'll get clips of the more remote areas, any really cool stuff that I see that I can't share live. We'll share it from this. So it's like I'm a real YouTuber all of a sudden. And this part of this will presses in to release it, and then it'll rotate. So I can change the angle of this 90 degrees that you want. Right? Isn't that funny? Yeah. So, anyway, have that. But there's always one of those. There's always a but. Now, see if I can find my other doohickey. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I have lost. Oh man, I had this all put together last night. That sucks a lot. Oh, here we go. Whew. We're all right. I can take that off of there. I thought I lost my adapter, but it was sitting right here next to me. Now all I have is this, but you notice on the back side it has the mount to go here. So now, gotta make sure I do it right. I slide this into here. This is the reason for the adaptation of microphone and the attempt at that, because if I have service, it's fiddly to line the holes up. This is not the name brand camera accessories. There we go. Push the nut right out. That was awesome. But that's alright. Beautiful thing about it is I have super glue. So now I hopefully will be able, this will go actually this way. Yeah, I think that's the way I set that one up. Anyway, this will go on to the helmet. Oh yeah, that would no. This beard's been a commitment. Well, I realize that, and in the future, duct tape will be your friend. Oh yes, oh yes, the duct tape beard. No, I think my eyes are already starting to water. So the cool thing about this little deal that I found is I already had it, and it's free. And the other microphone is designed for helmet use. It's an in-helmet mic. So see, the adapter is $6, and then I need I need like a 6-inch extension to go just to connect the phone to the iPod to the microphone, because I don't need audio out of this. My audio will come in through the headset in my helmet that's connected to my phone. But anyway, if this works, everything that I have is there for a $10 investment. I'm now able to go live from the bike, which has kind of been a goal. I've tried a couple of things that you guys couldn't really hear me, just open air. For whatever reason, the microphone inside of my helmet is not transmitting my voice through my phone onto YouTube. It was only using the speakerphone option of the phone. So anyway, some experiments will happen. We'll see where we go. Whatever, there might be some, there should be some video to share of something. So that's part of the reason that I came on here tonight to share all that. Where did the other? Oh, I put it down there. All right. Yeah, I thought about trying. I thought about trying a what do they call them? The the little clippy-on-y thing. Lavalier mic. I thought one of those would be kind of cool to be able to put inside the helmet. I could actually clip that onto the chin skirt spoiler doohickey. So all that's ready to go. Like I said, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put Ruby on the bike. That's the biggest deal. Clothes are just gonna be in a dry bag, bungee strapped onto the sissy bar. Done. I'm going to take that coat right there, my chaps, probably my vest. Very little chance of rain, and not enough chance of rain that I'm worried about even the getting wet or staying wet. Even if I got caught in a downpour, I'd be dry in 30 minutes riding. And it's not going to be cold. It's going to be 90s, 100s, something like that. Memory serves. Memory's broken, but is what it is. So I'll probably just take this water bottle. I don't know that I'm going to bother with the Camelback. I'm not going to be that far from water. At no point will I be more than an hour away from anything where I could get more water, including houses, farms, cabins, stores, etc. Well, there, the TV just turned itself off. That's cool. I don't know. I need that TV to be on, though, so I'm going to turn it back on. There. That's gooder. Really? And right back off again? Hold on, I got to fight with this TV. Okay, maybe the TV just quit working. Huh, maybe the TV just quit working. Well, we're not going to investigate that right now. Huh. I wonder. I'll probably have, if this won't turn on, I will probably have to disconnect that TV to get my Windows back onto my other screens. I'm sorry, I know I was distracted there, but I can't grab my chat. I have to go open a new one. because I had the chat up on that screen, but now I can't put the mouse on there to drag it back over. Reaper is also on that screen. So I will probably have to disconnect that and then restart the computer so that they'll come up on the other two. Alright, if we go here to there. Isn't that special? There's another chat. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm probably going to use. I have one out. Well, you can see the Gibson, or the Epiphone, is right there at the end of the deal. And right next to that is a little Fender gig bag that is, it's not waterproof, but it's vinyl, so it'll be water resistant. I don't expect to run into any rain anyway, nothing more than sprinkles, if any, or mist. Yep, that's not a bad idea either, but this is only a few hours, and I'm just gonna, she'll be strapped with the neck in place to the sissy bar. I'll put her on the padded side. She'll be the only thing there. Just put my dry bag on the back side of the sissy bar. It'll be fine. But yeah, that would be a great alternative if I was traveling further. I needed something more watertight, secure. Help me out, folks. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, I need to get this chat off of this screen over here. Popping out chat. Thank you. Here, bring this over here. There we go. Now, how now, brown cow? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think even with fuel stops, I figure it's going to be, looks like there'll be about 3 or maybe 4 fuel stops. I have 4 fuel stops planned, but the last fuel stop is optional. It's a short trip, and there's more than enough fuel for me to make the last leg all the way into La Grande. It's more a stop to rest excuse than anything else. So I like to plan rest stops in. I don't like the gonads to go to sleep for too long because I'm afraid they'll forget where they live and try and find a new home somewhere else. I'd like them to stick around for just a little longer. Not trying to be weird, just honest. I know that was creepy, but it's me. You gotta be creepy because it's me. I think I have everything prepared except my clothes, and I'm just gonna take a couple changes of clothes. Anything I need to, I can hit a laundromat and wash up, or hand wash in the sink if I need to. I'll have a couple of facial masks, and I call them snoods, but for longer rides where I'm just gonna, and especially the Columbia Gorge, super windy, my beard doesn't get super tangled, but even in that it can get bad, so I like to put the facial cover on. And besides, it makes me look like Santa Claus. It's got a big old mustache. I showed it to you guys, I think, on a show a couple weeks ago. Brad, good to see you. Hello, good to see you. My favorite Brad example is right there in chat. Brad example. Thank you for being here. Did you know my favorite song is Little Bird? I don't know if you knew that or not. Sometimes I keep secrets sometimes, and I don't know if that's one of my secrets or not. It might not be. I think I may have mentioned that that's my favorite song by Brad Example, and if you want to hear that, you should go to Brad Example's channel and check it out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just talking about my ride. You're very welcome, Brad. You're very welcome. We're just talking about my upcoming ride. Gonna go see Marshall. Some people are playing in Walla Walla on Saturday night. Yeah, yeah. There is some padding in the bag. This particular bag that I'm talking about, it's not just straight super cheapy vinyl. It's 1.5 steps above that ish. So it's got, like a 1/4 inch of padding, 10 millimeter, something like that. Yeah, give or take. But that's a good. I'm thinking there's a Dollar Tree just like a half mile from here. Uh, they're closed right now, so I won't be like rushing right up there. But sometime later today, they'll be open, and I gotta go up and pick up my prescriptions anyway. Cheers, Southern. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, man. I appreciate you for that. Cheers. Welcome. Like I said, I just been talking about my upcoming ride. Nothing expensive, nothing extravagant or earth-shattering. That's why you should stay off the pot, folks. I want to warn you, kids. Pot is bad. It will make you be stoned. And if you're like me, you will enjoy that. But I don't partake when I ride or drive. Only when I'm walking around into trees and trying to avoid stepping on people's plants, yards. I mean, stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I don't use ratchet straps on the bike. I use pull tension straps, but I bought 12 footers. I have 3 or 4 of them, so I can use the pull tension to get to get something in place, whether it's my bag or a guitar or whatever, and then I can use the rest of the strap to then secure. Usually I'll do some half hitch and pull it back through itself and then tie it off. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm not choking and I'm not strangling myself. My sinus just went like everything that was here has suddenly gone here. Whew. Excuse me, folks. Wow, excuse me. It's still draining. I did not see that coming, but it did. Yeah, I have they're I think they're nylon and polyester, and if they're frayed or they're starting to buckle, I won't use them. And I don't like to tie things down very tight. I prefer that when I tie something on or down, I let physics hold it there, not strength. If that makes sense, because if it's strapped correctly, my trucker friends got me thinking this way. If it's strapped down correctly, it's secure without you being strong, arming it. But yeah, I am very careful. I am very, very careful. It is, after all, my guitar. I took my acoustic the same way when I went over to my friend's place in Tigard. See if I can clear this out. Anyway, I took my acoustic over there so that I can have something to play while I'm over there, because I'm spending a lot of time over there anyway. But I also have, I don't know what it's called, but it is a very soft and flexible fabric. It's the best I can come up with is smooth, flexible fiberglass. Oh yeah. It is a very specific kind of a rope. It's not a rope. Can't even call it a rope. I don't even know what to call it. But it is used specifically for lashing delicate things down that can be scratched or abraded by other things. And that stuff is I think it's in the toolbox over there. I'm not going to dig it out right now, but anyway, I have that as an alternative as well, and it has no abrasive qualities at all. So yeah, I've had a heck of a year with my sinuses. Heck of a year. I've been Valley Boy all my life, so it's not like there's stuff here that I'm not used to. So it's got to be a change in my body. No, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying something, Mark. Absolutely appreciate you saying something. Better to have somebody say something and hey, be careful of it. You know, it could maybe, but if you don't, and just be careful. I appreciate you for that. Thank you very much, Mark. So please don't think I'm coming against you saying, don't tell me what to do with my shit. Because I'm from America, but not that part of America. Oh my God. That is beautiful. Yeah. So it looks like a body bag. Mechanical arm. Oh my goodness. for this trip, for testing purposes, I'm going to be hotspotting my phone when I have service to try and do the live tests from the bike using the iPod Touch. Of course, the action camera has no, I mean, I can Wi-Fi it to my phone, but I can't show that to you until after the fact. I have to put it on the computer and then show it as a recorded video. But my idea with this iPod, if it works, will allow me to do live video. Yeah, fake hand hanging out. Absolutely, GV. Absolutely. Just getting visuals of the things that could get done, you know, photorealistic face, you know, that's, you know, your politician of choosing which one you don't like. Pick your least favorite. That could be the one that's stuck in the body bag on the back of the bike. Boy, that could start World War 35. Fun stuff. I like stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to this ride. Probably one of my best summers. Short of Montana, that was a great ride, and I will probably do that one again next year. I will probably go back to that Rocky Mountain roll if she's having that, especially if this other stuff works out, because there's a lot of places, beautiful areas where I actually had service. And I probably wouldn't be able to do it while riding, but I could stop in some places and show you some amazing scenery. There's some random cell phone trees. You get service in places you just wouldn't expect to get service. It's weird, but you know, it is what it is. So I was going to turn the amp on and I was going to play, but now I don't know how to get. Let me screw this TV for a second and see if we can come to an understanding here. Because I don't understand why you stopped working. What does the flashing red light mean? Hang on. I have a very dim flashing red light. I have never had that before. Oh. Uno momento, por favor. There may be some blue shorts in your future. I gotta find a thing. Technology. Let's see where power cord's on that side. Okay, I'm gonna go over there. There will be random noises and things. There may be wailing. And there will definitely be gnashing of teeth as I reach back behind here, trying not to knock off everything else, unplugging the TV. 2003, 1004, 1005, 2006, 2007, 2008. I can't reach the power switch, and I'm not letting go of this cord because that would then require me to lay down on the floor to retrieve said cord, because no matter what I try to do on the desktop, it's not going to stay there. It is going to slip down and fall into the most hard to reach, inaccessible spot underneath the desk that it is possible for it to do that on. And I am just not feeling that right now. So now that we've unplugged and plugged it back in, hi, good to see you folks. What if and the HDMI is plugged in? I don't know. I think I got a dyed TV. So yeah, that's what I just did. Unplug it and plug it back in. Yeah, it's still doing the weird flashy red light thing. Have I got a bad cable? The HDMI cable's just not sending a signal. I wasn't moving around, so it shouldn't have been anything I bumped. The good news is that unplugging the TV made my Reaper. Reaper's over here. Now my mixer's still on that screen over there. However, I think I can close and reopen it. Well, thank you very much for coming by, Lucy. Good to see you. I hope you find some comedy relief or enjoyment in my silliness as I just randomly talk about me and my life and my technology that's dying. Excuse me a minute, I have to cough and choke. There we are. I used to build race engines in another life. Oh. There now. So, let me see now if I turn effects. All right. There we go. All right. Close that. So if I go to the guitar track, right down here, I click on effects. There we go. Had to get my amplifier back. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Let me put this over here. This is inconvenient. I've gotten so used to having this other real estate over here to use. Oh, my goodness. All right, GB. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming by. Always a pleasure to see you, my southern neighbor. Get some good rest and do some crazy stuff. I'm going to see if this makes guitar sounds. I've done this much. I might as well see, you know, if this thing will still make some noise. I don't know. Do I dare? Do I Diodario? No, I don't Diodario. I slinky. 4:30 a.m. Yeah. It'll be 4:30 a.m. here in about 3 hours. Might be a little flat. Well, except for the G. The G will be sharp. Ask me how I know. Interesting. Why? There we go. If Marshall was here, he'd say, okay, now we get to go 30 minutes while he tunes his guitar. But the reality is I'm getting better. I'm much more quickalized for that now. Wasn't off too much. Yup. We'll see you then, Preston. We'll see you then. I should probably get going too. I gotta finish cleaning up all the DVD movies I was going through to get rid of stuff. This is what I'm keeping. And all that is what I'm getting rid of. So, pretty good purge happened there. So, yeah, I'll be at your stream, and then I'll be going live 8 p.m. my time. You and I are a minute apart, so 3 minutes apart actually. Well, with that, folks, I'm gonna get the heck out of here and go lick my proverbial TV wounds, and I don't know, maybe I'll change HDMI cables. I got a couple extra of those. So stay smooth, everybody. Keep shiny side on top, and I'll see you in the next one. If I can get over here and actually do the thing. There it is. That's the one I want. Sorry, folks. Oh, it was fun. I do, for those that may not know, I do a live every Wednesday, or I try to do a live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific. That'll run a couple hours. I play a lot of independent music, so fun stuff. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all, well, on Wednesday, unless I decide to go live tomorrow. It could happen. Peace.